Partnership, Section 1. First, let's learn few rules, and I think it's only one. Profit or loss, it's always going to be shared by the partners based upon their investment ratio. And investment ratio is simply the ratio of amounts invested by the partners when everyone invested for the equal duration, and when investments are in unequal duration or change within the duration, then we have to find the equivalent investments made by them before combining them into an investment ratio. Example, let's say if X invests a amount for 6 months and Y invests B amount for 3 months. Now if there is a profit and they want to share it, they will certainly do it by their investment ratio, which tells us how much one guy gets compared to the other guy. Now as the investments made by X and Y are for different durations, we have to find the equivalent investments made by them before combining them into an investment ratio. And the equivalent investments are simply the product of the amount that got invested times for how long it got invested. So for this, the equivalent investments of X will be that, and for Y it will be that. Now to get the investment ratio, we just put these values together. And just if the investments were of equal duration, then it would be simply that. Okay, let's move to section 2, problem 1. A, B and C start a business, each investing rupees 20,000. After 5 months, A withdrew rupees 6,000, B withdrew 4,000 and C invested 6,000 more. At the end of the year, a total profit of rupees 69,900 was recorded. Find the share of each. Even though the investments are in equal duration, as they change within the duration, so we'll be using equivalent investments made by them in finding the investment ratio. Now as the investments of A, B and C are divided into 5 months with certain investment and 7 months with another investment, we have to add them together in order to get to the equivalent investments. And after that, we can find out the investment ratio, and through this we can easily divide the total amount into that ratio. Problem 2. A, B and C enter into a partnership by investing in the ratio of 3:2:4. After 1 year, B invests another rupees 2,70,000 and C at the end of 2 years also invest rupees 2,70,000. At the end of 3 years, profits are shared in the ratio 3:4:5. Find initial investment of each. Step 1. Laying out the picture. As we know the initial investing ratio, let's multiply it with some unknown X, which would make the ratio represent the initial investments in rupees. Now to find the equivalent investments, we go through the same process that we have went in our previous problem. And upon getting them, we simply combine them into an investment ratio. And also in the question, he mentions the profit got shared in 3:4:5 ratio. Step 2. Find the relation and solve. Profit or loss, it's always going to be shared by investment ratio. We know the investment ratio and we also know the profit shared ratio, which means they must be equal. And this is the relation we are going to use in finding X. And upon then, the initial investments of A, B and C. So go on, give it a try. And if you're new to this series, please look in the description. There will be a playlist containing all the videos in this series for you to follow along.